Good morning. It is Coffee with Kelli Live. Today is May 23rd, and I am enjoying, this is an ultra caramel frappuccino from Starbucks. It was described to me as having whipped cream and dark caramel syrup on the bottom, caramel frappuccino in the middle, and more whipped cream and dark caramel syrup on top, but I can tell you it is heavenly, whatever is in it. Perfect start to my morning. It's already warming up here in Greeley, Colorado, and I'm glad that I have you here with me today to talk a little bit about workplace issues. I'm actually going to take a break from Mythbuster May this week. I'll do one more video next week to wrap up Mythbuster May, and I have not picked my last myth yet. So if you have one in mind, please leave it in the comments below or shoot me a message, post it on the Riley Law Facebook page, and I will be sure to tackle it next week. What I want to talk to you about today is a debate I went to last night for the candidates for governor in Colorado. It was a forum on work and working families. And I want to talk to you about it because after the 2016 election, a lot of people started to really realize the impact of getting out to the poll, being involved in the political system, and being involved in the legislative system, and making sure that you vote, making sure you understand who the candidates are and what they stand for. And what the majority of people started to realize is the people who have the most impact on your life, your day-to-day life, are your local government. That's city elections, county commissioners, your city council, the state and state legislature, which includes the Senate and the House of Representatives in Colorado, and of course your governor, who's going to be signing off on legislation that's passed in the state. So it was really important to me to be at this governor's debate. There are a lot of candidates still in the race in both of the major parties. There was also a candidate at the event last night from the Libertarian Party, and it's important to understand who really best represents the values that you care about as a Coloradan working, whether you have a family or whether you're a singleton. These are all issues that are going to profoundly impact your day-to-day life. Some of the issues that were discussed were unions, healthcare and affordable healthcare, and the one I'm going to talk about that really just stuck out to me was affordable childcare. The majority of Coloradans work, and those that are parents are working parents, and affordable childcare is a constant struggle. Affordable quality childcare. You can probably find anybody to babysit your child, probably not affordably, but you might be able to find someone who's willing to watch your child and 10 other kids, and put your child in potentially a dangerous low quality situation. But getting quality childcare where your young children are getting care and being nourished with an educational environment, being cared for by someone who has early childhood education experience, is an incredible struggle for the majority of Colorado working families, even those at the top of the earning system. So before I come back to that, I do kind of want to talk about what my take was on the candidates. The forum included a fact check section, which was really fun. The questions would be asked and the candidates would be asked to respond and draw their answers on a whiteboard and then hold them up, which was really kind of fun and entertaining. But it really struck me that not one of the candidates who spoke last night, and there were 6, 4 Democratic candidates, a Republican candidate for governor, and a Libertarian candidate for governor, not one of them correctly answered what the minimum wage in Colorado is, and not one of them knew what the gender pay gap in Colorado is. The minimum wage in Colorado is $10.21 in 2018, and that does not include if it's a tipped worker. And the gender pay gap in Colorado is 81%. That means a woman is earning 81 cents on the dollar for what a white man earns. That's white women. It's actually even lower for women of color. Hispanic women earn about 54 cents on the dollar to what a white man earns, and Asian women earn 70 cents on the dollar, and black women earn about 70 cents. 68 cents compared to what a white man earns. So it's a major issue when 50% of the workforce entering is women. And it's a big reason that women leave the workforce. That, and of course, the topic that's near and dear to my heart and that I know impacts so many working Colorado families, the affordable child care issue. So I just want to give you a rundown of what some of the suggestions were that these gubernatorial candidates said they would bring into policy in their administration were they elected. Jared Polis and a couple of the other candidates have a plan for free preschool and all-day kindergarten. I think that's super, super important, but it's simply insufficient. But that, because it just does not cover children under the age of 3, and for the majority of working families, it's a major struggle figuring out where to leave young children under the age of 3 and to find quality child care. One of the candidates, and amazingly, he did not get boos in response to this, but he said that he and his family made the decision that they brought the child into this world, and it was their responsibility to care for the child, and that he decided to stay at home and be a stay-at-home parent, and that was the way he saw the solution to affordable child care. I think that is wildly unrealistic. It completely fails to take into account the other demands on Colorado working families and on their income stream, the things they need to be able to do to support their family and have a quality life that we've come to expect in Colorado. One of the candidates, and I won't name names unless you ask me personally, I'm happy to out who these candidates were. One of the candidates said, there's a church that provides free preschool to all of the children in the community, and that the community should rise up. And that's not a bad idea. But again, preschool really isn't enough to solve the affordable child care problem for families that have 2 parents in the workforce and have children under the age of 3. And one of the candidates, the candidate that I'm backing, I'll go ahead and say who that is, it's Kelli Kennedy, said that during her time in government, in her previous roles, she helped bring in funding into Colorado for both federal and state funds to support the Colorado Child Care Assistance Program, which provides monetary assistance to families that are under a certain income level so that they can afford quality child care and still be able to be in the workforce. So I wanted to share all of this with you just to give you an example of the wide variety of different opinions of the gubernatorial candidates. A lot of people will say they're all the same. I wanted to share this with you so that you can see they are not all the same. There is a big difference between saying every parent should have to make a sacrifice that one parent has to stay at home, to let's have the government get involved and fund affordable child care assistance programs so that every family has access to quality child care. That's a big spectrum, and I want everyone out there, before the primaries that are coming up in June and before the election coming up in November, find out what your candidates that are on the ballot, what their positions are on the issues that you really care about, whether that's affordable child care, whether that's wage issues, whether that is affordable health care. Find out what their positions are on those issues and make sure that you are making an educated decision when you head to the polls, both for the primaries and for the election in November. I'm going to get off of my soapbox at this point, but I just wanted to share with you how important it is to vote in these local elections, how much of an impact it has on your day-to-day life. And next week we'll come back with Mythbuster May for the last Wednesday in May. Everyone have a great week.